Hi, whoa, what's up? Yes, this is Thursday, and I know I missed a video on Monday, so sorry for that, but what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So, on Monday there was no video because GTA really distracted me, and I will somehow make up for it, I hope. Now, today I have a little commentary for you guys, and today I would talk about the future. Yes, so... Now, how to get to this, and what can you say about it? Because, all in all, it's the future! And you cannot really predict much about it, I guess. But how did I get to this? I don't know exactly how, but I was thinking about technology, and that is what I want to talk about today as well. Like, I want to compare technology from years ago and look how it may evolve in the future. Now, and do I like it? And maybe get a little bit philosophical about humankind or whatever. So, it's funny that when you think about this, something like the internet exists so short. Now, that is true and not true. When you think about it, that YouTube now exists for over 10 years, then that seems long, but like the internet isn't really that old actually. Now, it exists really shortly, and there is a lot going on about it, so how it has developed and how it will develop is a great question, but how it has developed, we know that. But if you think about it and you look at how it could develop in the future, it's both frightening and both good. I mean, like, the internet does good things like improving the freedom of speech, because censoring via the internet is really, really difficult. But also a lot of things going over it are bad, like scammers and all that kind of stuff. And also you can coordinate gang attacks or I don't know what, way quicker. But I mean, everything has its upside and downside, so you can just as well as you can like say something to the open public, you can also hide it, and so that's really something weird to think about if you think about it, because we take internet these days for granted. And it's kind of funny that my little sister, that is about 4 years younger than me, thought that Wi-Fi was just free, but yeah, she didn't know it was something you had to pay for. Maybe that's just stupidity or something, but well, so it's not like I have like cope with a dial-up internet or something. I mean, I'm too young for that, but I still like have some kind of perception of the beginnings, because there was no multiplayer. And now these days, it's like, well, if you want to make a new Battlefield title, how is that going to keep up? What do you want to give people to play in the future? Like, at some point you have covered it all, and at some point you cannot really make up anything. Except something turns out really weird, and maybe you play Nuke Simulator or I don't know what. Now, the next topic I want to touch is a little bit mobile phones. Like, talking about my sister, she has one right now. Now, I have my mobile phone about 1 year now, I guess. Or like my smartphone, my mobile smartphone. And if you think about it, that's a little weird, because she is like way younger. As I said, she's about 12 or something. I'm really not sure about that. But so she's way younger, and she already has a smartphone, and well, besides cracking the screen a dozen of times, it's the most common thing these days. Like 6 years ago, an iPhone was a rarity. I was like, well, that person couldn't possibly have an iPhone. It's way too expensive and it's way too exclusive. But like now, everyone and their mom and their grandma has one. Well, almost. And there's so much that has happened. Like, it's not only that Apple has the monopoly, but Android has caught up, and you have so much stuff going on. Like, there's so much choice, and there are so many good things, and you have phones for camera with extra battery, and I don't know what. Now, if you that's actually funny. If you look a little bit more back in time, like you had really big phone cases, like really big ones, like literally cases, like suitcases, like I like you, but no, it's funny to think how it has evolved. Now Air Delta are a common viewer and pretty. Yeah, actually loyal viewer of mine and a very good friend of mine, of course. He made an argument that smartwatches are shit and they will never become anything, and they're basically a flop. And maybe he's right, but possibly, and that's with a quite huge margin, I guess, is that they will become Brzezinski. What am I saying? That they will become common sometime. That's what I wanted to say. And like now with the Apple Watch, it's like, oh, everyone looks at the Apple Watch and it's like, oh well, it's shit, so let's move on. But there are so many watches. Like Android is in their 4th generation of smartwatches right now, and maybe not a lot of people wear them, but I mean, like, if you look back in time, as I said, they had these really big phone cases, and it was like, well, nobody's gonna use that, right? And like now everybody has some kind of mobile device. And like if you think about that, how things evolve, that's kind of weird to think about for me. And that's my reasoning behind, I think that they will become more or less common in the future. Now, last but not least, I will. I wonder if I will dislike technology. Now, everyone's grandparents differ, but my grandparents' view is that, like, both my grandparents are like, well, no, I don't really need that, and it's way too scary. And I mean, I somehow get them. Maybe they just don't need it because, like, who the hell cares what's going on Facebook or I don't know what? You can just like call them up or something. But so they have no internet, and it's. I don't think that I will dislike the internet per se, but if I look at me right now, I see myself criticizing some kids like why do they need that telephone? They really don't need that telephone at 10 years of age. Like, that's way too quick. And it's interesting to me, like, how that might turn out with stuff that is invented in the future. Maybe I'm like, well, nowadays everybody walks around with these goggles that like update everything all the time, and I don't know what would we have then, maybe Hyperbook or some shit like that. But yeah, so it's funny how that, if you think about it, it's pretty funny if you think about it. Wow, I really said that just twice already. So yeah, I think that wraps up this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would be more than happy to see you guys next week? Yeah, probably next week. Anyways, next time in each case, whenever that is, because, you know, state reasons, GTA and stuff. So yeah, again, thanks. Have a great day, and I'll see you around.